Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another capsule series selection. Today I want to talk about winter masterclass fragrances. This, in my opinion, is something I want to bring forth to you guys that are fragrances. It's sort of a double entendre when it talks about the effect of masterclass. Not only is it penetrating the masterpiece of perfumery, it's also penetrating the area of masters of class, meaning these are some very classy fragrances that come off in the winter time that give you a sense of elegance and sophistication and empowerment. So for me, these fragrances I want to bring forth to you and give them something that you can put in your wardrobe that you will have elevation and empowerment. If this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuance of scent, cigars, and wine. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. Today, as I stated, we're going to get into the empowerment of masterclass fragrances, masters of class and master class. We want to explore these fragrances, and I want to bring them forth to you as fragrances that, in my opinion and in my wardrobe, I use as the cliche name goes, kind of like a Swiss Army knife style. These fragrances can go out with me the beginning of the day and end the end of the day with me in any category I see fit. They can go on dates, they can go on brunches, they can go on business meetings, they can go on leisure days. They're great fragrances, but they're all pillars of masters of class. So today, let's get into this particular list. But first, I want to touch off on my cigar of choice for today. I went to my humidor and I picked out the Project 40. The Project 40 is a cigar done by Alec Bradley. Alec Bradley is bringing this project forth. If you look up the literature, he wanted to explore and examine a study done that tells of how 40% of your happiness is outside of genetics and your social life and experience, but also other things that are out of your reach or out of your realm of control. The 40% is what you have control over to make your life a better place, a better living, a better situation, and a better outlook. So he made the Project 40, and I thought this was an apropos cigar for empowerment and masterclass and bringing the empowerment to you with these particular fragrances and nuances. It's a great stick. It's a nice stick. I won't say great. It's a nice stick. I smoked several of these in a pack that I got, and I enjoyed it rather. Smooth smoky cigar, had some spiciness, a little bit of cacao taste to it, some soft mellow fruits, and lots of cedar and oak wood into it. To me, it was one that was a great coffee cigar. If you are a coffee drinker or espresso drinker, this is a great companion for coffees. I enjoyed it greatly with that. I did not drink it, or not enjoy it, I should say, with a spirit. It didn't go off well with the spirit, in my honest opinion, but when I had it with coffee, it went off great. So that's what I would say. This could be a morning stick, midday stick, or even a just relaxing evening stick with a cup of coffee, espresso, or in these times where it is winter, you can get yourself a nice chai tea, and it should go off well with that as well. Once again, that is the Project 40 cigar done by Alec Bradley. Nice smoking cigar. So first off, let's get into this list of fragrances. I want to bring forth to you the fragrance by NASOMATTO, and this is the fragrance Black Afghano. This is not a fragrance that is new to the community or new to my channel. I've specifically brought this fragrance to the fore several times in my videos, because this is a really class-defining fragrance, really classically done woody fragrance with some touches of leather, oud, musk, spicy resinous, and smoky oriental touches. It's a very, very peculiar yet stately style of scent. This is the scent that really propels you in a sense of asking the question of yourself, where do you want to go next? It's a very sensual fragrance when you wear it in date nights. The way that the woods come off of this and the resinous, labdanum, galbanum, really sticky balsams make this a very sweet scent, but not sweet in candy floss or not sweet in candied synthetics. This is sweet from really well made and well done resinous fragrance accords, and it's very, very nicely done. It's a robust scent, 2 sprays of an Extrait de Parfum from, and it's so captivating and alluring. It's a master class because it was a first of its kind in the genre of many fragrances that have come afterwards. And I say that only to say that this is the first of a kind that I had smelled. I'm sure there were fragrances that had this peculiar scent notion to it, but this one here is one that has really captured the community because the way that the oud, the cannabis, the resinous feels, the balsamic touches, all came about to make a spectacular fragrance, and it really put NASOMATTO on the map. Very nicely done. Alessandro Gaudieri made a great perfume when he made this one. It's a masterclass perfume, very much so pushing the room. This is a suit and tie. This is a gray suit, gray tie, white shirt, or gray shirt, white collar style of fragrance. And it also can be, like I stated, it's an evening out fragrance, an elegant evening out fragrance, just to the point of really putting you in place mindset wise and in the mind of others that you are like an adventurous, an outgoing and bold person. Very nicely done fragrance. And that is, like I stated, this flacon has been out for years. This is very nice scent, black oil, black color, I'm going to say. Very resinous. The scent is clear 30 ml bottle with the black cap. You guys have seen these particular flacons before. Very nice scent that I enjoy wearing greatly. Black Afghano by the house of NASOMATTO. Great scent. Next up, what we have here is a fragrance by the house of Hermenegildo ZEGNA, and this is a fragrance that has really impressed me as of late. I have this in my collection for maybe 6 years now, and either my nose has greatly changed or this fusion of oils and accords has greatly matured together. But Peruvian Amberette from one of their premier collection and lines from the ZEGNA collection has really captured me this particular season. This is a fragrance that is without a doubt just one of the best musky amberette uses of amberette, which is a natural musk accord that is just, it's wonderful the way that it comes off now. It's built around a cashmeran, amberette, iris, and sandalwood, and it is coming off so well and refined. Like I said, I can't say that my nose has become more mature because I've been smelling these type of fragrances now for the last 6 years in this realm of, you know, non-clubs, non-sweet, just very much so fall in line with austerity, sophistication, class, and upscale luxury. And the way that this particular scent is going off now with the amberette, it is smoothed out a little bit, because when I first got it, I can recall that this fragrance was very stringent, very pungent in the way that the amberette, or what I felt the amberette was coming across as. But now it's much more laid back, much more mellow, and it's a very complimenting fragrance that gives off a great effect of upper class, smooth elegance, and style and suave sophistication. I very much so enjoy this fragrance now, and it's one that I think everyone, if you can find it, I did try to find a few. There are a few online on eBay because this is a discontinued scent, which I did find that I hadn't known before I was putting this list together. But it is a discontinued fragrance, but you can find it, and it's not very expensive on most resale sites. But it's one, you have to sample this one. I know that's hard when it's a discontinued fragrance, but it falls in line with high musk, white musk, and that's what the amberette is. It's a musky, musk mallow plant. It perceives or gives the perception of deer musk, but in a laid back, more refined feel and taste. It's almost like the sheen of silver cotton is what it feels like you're wearing. It's a very alluring, chic, classy, class personifying fragrance. And as I stated, that it feels like a silver lined cloud, and that makes one of this fragrance, its power and essence that comes off the skin is a musky iris accord. So it has what some have stated as the Dior Homme effect to it, which is that iris that everyone's feel like, that masculine iris. To me, it picks up that nuance of the iris, and that style of iris where you get the Dior Homme or the BOIS d'Argent, it very much go fall in line with that, and that's a class personifying fragrance. And it goes off. It's a powerful EDT, and so it makes it great for wearing this particular scent in the wintertime. And like I said, I'm greatly enjoying it. This is today actually my scent of the day, and it's been one that I've worn. This is the 4th time this particular late fall, early winter that I've worn this scent in office settings, and I'm enjoying it greatly. Like I said, this is it's been in my collection for years, and it's turned out to be a very good one in my honest opinion. And that is Peruvian Amberette by the House of ZEGNA. Nice fragrance, man. Just a masterclass in the way that this scent was put together and composed. And as I stated, I might have been a little bit unwilling to accept what this fragrance was giving me in the past, but now that these scents are to the fore of my wardrobe in a lot of cases, these are scents that are coming to me to be employed in this particular genre and situation that I want to wear them in, and they come off flawlessly. That's why this one is in this master class of fragrances for the wintertime. If you can, get your nose on it. Once again, ZEGNA Peruvian Amberette. So next, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is, to me, it runs a gambit of first and second in line between Spice and Wood and Royal Oud from the House of Creed. Creed is synonymous with class personified types of fragrances, and this one here, Royal Oud, is one of its top tier masculine fragrances that I think every man should get his nose on. This particular scent, it bridges the gap between compassion and leadership, in my honest opinion. So when you are wearing this particular scent, like I stated earlier, this scent is a great one for all wears. It comes off very, very effervescent in the opening. It's non-stuffy, it's not stoic, it's very, very opening, it unveils the quality of leadership, and it conveys that message across in a sensory experience to others about you, while also at the same time simultaneously giving a sense of compassion the way that this scent smells. So it's a little bit of a seducer as well. Very, very nicely done. This is a scent done by one of the perfumers that is, quite frankly, gaining a foothold on many people's fragrance lists, Julian Rasquinet. He made this fragrance, and a lot of people have stated that this fragrance goes off like a cedar fragrance instead of an oud one. And I must admit, when I first received this fragrance, I was not an oud connoisseur. I can never say that I am now. But I have experienced enough oud accords to say that now I have smelled high quality oud oils from reputable oud sources, and this one has oud in it, and it's not one that is unclear. It's very, very peculiar how we perceived it, or how I perceived it, to be a cedar fragrance. But now the oud in this is intertwined and blended perfectly with the galbanum, which makes it almost like it's a sheen or a lacquer over the oud, but it's actually very, very prominent in this particular scent, which is odd to me because I did not perceive it that way, like many of us did not. It opens with pink pepper, bergamot, as all of those classy fragrances from the Creed line does. It goes into a heart of Angelica, which is a feel of green, almost forestation green, but slightly still citric from that galbanum and the greenness of the Angelica. Angelica is a great ingredient for masculine fragrances. If you ever see an Angelica accord in the mid of a fragrance, it's going to be green, it's going to be lush, it's going to be slightly effervescent feeling as well. And this one then goes into that base of oud, guaiac wood, and the classic ambergris from Creed, making this a very, very sensual, but also, like I said, comforting and leadership style of fragrance from the house. Very much so done by Julia Rasquinet in a master class and master of class type of way. Once again, that is Creed Royal Oud, one of the great fragrances from the House of Creed that many people don't talk about any longer, but this one here is becoming, or has become and stayed, this is actually my second bottle, has stayed a very, very refined scent for office, day wear, and even nights out. Great, great fragrance for the House of Creed, Royal Oud. Get you guys a sample of that, get your nose on that one. Great. It smells, it's a great smell. It's a great scent that conveys musk, oud, pink pepper, bergamot. Very, very alluring, attractive, and almost like it makes a calming effect about you. Great scent, man. Great scent. Not just about you, but for you and around others. When people smell this on you, they're going to be attracted to you. This is going to be one that you're going to have someone with their head down look up at you with that strange eye, and you know what they're looking at, and you know what they're saying to themselves, and you know what they're going to say to you next. Great scent. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, what we have is a fragrance from the house of Fragrance Du Bois. This one here is one of my favorite from the house. This is New York Intense. New York Intense, to me, is one of those masterclass defining fragrances that really, really solidifies this list in the way this fragrance comes off just superbly. This one is when you're taking your lady out in a black dress, 4-inch heels, hair pinned up, looking just gorgeous. You are suited and booted. This is the epitome of class, the personification of style, substance, and that it really solidifies itself in the genre of masterclass fragrances for the wintertime. This one harkens to, which many have touched on and many relate this to, the essence and smell of Amouage Jubilation 25. To me, it does do that, and if you have Jubilation 25, I will get this out the way. You do not need both of these fragrances. This one does has its own edge to it, which goes in an advertent way of about 15% outside of the way the richness of Amouage 25 is. Now, I have not smelled the newer batches of Amouage Jubilation 25, which I hear are very weak. This scent here, to me, comes on the heels of first batches of Jubilation 25, which I have a bottle of, and it smells fantastic. It does not go as thick, sweet, resinous as Jubilation 25. It stays more in the core of the orange, the honey, and the guaiac wood smokiness, but goes into that blackberry oud feel, and it's a very, very, very pleasant fragrance to have on. This is one, I mean, the flacon, you put this on your dresser. These 100ml flacons from Fragrance Du Bois are works of art. Of course, you know they have these Swarovski crystals in black around the nape of the neck on the collar of the fragrance. And it is a great, great scent. And it is one that shoots for the stars when we're talking about masterclass fragrances. It comes off with a nice honey immortelle, like I stated. Galbanum is in this one as well, blackberry. A nice, smooth, peppery coriander is in there. Give it a slight herbaceous feel while uplifting the honey around the oud, myrrh, vetiver, and labdanum. Very smooth, sweet, sticky class personifying of masterclass impetus type of fragrance. I love this particular scent. The notion of what they took from the fragrance Jubilation 25 shows its head, like I stated, but this one takes itself not good or bad versus 25. They both have their own lane. This one just takes it to a point where I know I can wear this one more in the office, and that makes this much more of a versatile fragrance for me, making it more in the line of masterclass for all of its ways I can wear it. Great, great fragrance. That is New York Intense by the House of Fragrance Du Bois. Get your nose on this one. Great scent. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we round out this list of 5 fragrances that I am put forth to talk about compellingly as masterclass fragrances, I think that I would fall short in adding one of the most beautiful musk oud fragrances that I've ever smelled in my life. And that in particular is ROJA's Musk Oud. This is by far one of the most gorgeous fragrances that I have smelled in my fragrance collection. Now, this is a top 10 fragrance for me. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but this particular scent is a very, very beautiful, rose-centric, amberette musk style of oud fragrance that I mean, so just compellingly blended to perfection as a master class of winter fragrances. When you talk about charting success in your life, charting success from a standpoint of wanting the finer things in life, this is one of those fragrances that really, really is a grabber toward that essence. This is, like I stated, a very, very smooth, mellow, and it really much so becomes a fragrance that is centric in the rose oud combination fragrances of this world. It opens up with a classic, robust bergamot accord that is very authentic smelling, but it's fleeting. As soon as you spray it, you'll smell it for the first 10 to 15 seconds, and it becomes extremely fleeting. And then ROJA Parfums, he added his classic heart of ylang ylang, May Rose, and Jasmine. And once it goes into that heart for about an hour or so, his blending prowess is so beautiful and unique and smooth. He has no fragrances with rough edges, and even one with the oud that has this amount of aromatic feel to it. It's an oud fragrance from ROJA that has, it's musky, aromatic, but sweet and smooth and very, very classy at the same time. So even if you wear this in office, if you wear this in somewhere that interjects you into a place where people are harsh about fragrances, you won't be putting off people at all, especially if you go with just 2 sprays of it. This is a very, very beautiful rose oud combination scent that is heavy in amberette musk, and I enjoy this fragrance greatly. Like I said, this is one that is, for me, when I first smelled this particular scent 7 years ago, it was one that I felt it charted success. And that is one thing about Mastclass and Mastclass fragrances. I wanted fragrance, and still do. I yearn, and I want fragrances that convey a certain message for me. And this is one that is at the pinnacle of Mastclass. Rose, oud, lavender, amberette, a lot of oak moss, vanilla sweetness, birch, like a stark birch smokiness, sandalwood. Very, very opulent, class defining Mastclass of a fragrance, and that is Musk Oud by the House of ROJA Dove. I hope that everyone gets their nose on this fragrance before it's too late. Great fragrance, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. To cap this Mastclass fragrance list for you guys, I hope that you guys got something from this particular video. As always, I hope that if you did get something educational and entertaining, all that you do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let everyone know by sharing that we here at the Dry Down are making a family, and they are more than welcome to join. Until next video, I will see you then. Be blessed. Enjoy this list. Get as many of these fragrances as you can as samples, and tell me what you think about them. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you guys think of these fragrances now as well, if you have any in your collection. Always, peace. You guys be blessed. Thank you.